Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. This is Swami, and let me share my screen real quick. Okay, hope you guys are seeing my screen. Let's see that. Yes, the screen is visible. So let's start. The screen is visible. Let's start discussing on what is this series, and I would like to give you guys a couple of URLs, and let's take these URLs. This is the first URL of my GitHub repo, and this is the URL where I'm currently moving all the code for my speaking events into this repo. And particularly, we have one repository in this organization that's called Learn Golang. And I'll give you the URL of this one also. And last 30 seconds, let's spend time on this one. .NET Learners House, this is my meetup group where I organize. You can see all the events are being published here. So this year I'm focusing more on Golang, Azure AI engineering, and artificial intelligence, OpenAI, and .NET with AWS. These are the four primary topics which I'm focusing on. Okay, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel, .NET Learners House. So this one, .NET Learners House, any new videos which I'm publishing, you will be able to get the notification. Okay, I think that's the thing. Introduction that's done. So let's start with today's session about this Golang and what is this Golang and why. What is this Golang? We'll see, and what is this series also we will see. Okay, so my intention was to learn Golang, and I started learning Golang since past 2 months. And I thought that let me share whatever I'm learning. I might be doing something wrong. Others can correct me. Hey, this is what it is to be done like this, or I'll learn from others also. So that's the intention. So this year I just wanted to learn some new language, and I started this. So let me give the introduction of this series. I'm planning right now. I'm starting one episode or 2 episodes a month. Going forward, we'll see how it is, how the reception is, and I'll increase the frequency. Definitely, I'll increase the frequency. Currently, it is let's start slow and then we'll go. So I divided the series into 10 different sections, kind of thing. We can call it as a sections or chapters or whatever it is. So if you see that knob to nerd is one, and nerd to novice, and novice to beginner, and beginner Golang, and beginner level 1, beginner level 2, level 3, level 4, intermediate 2 levels. So here we will build all the fundamentals in these 4 sections. Each section I'm planning 5 sessions. So under each chapter, let's call it as a chapter, like knob to nerd, 5 sessions. And if you see that here, so session 1 to session 5. Under each chapter, we will do 5 sessions. So that way, what happens is we'll have a lot of fundamentals, lot of fundamentals we would have covered, and then it will be easy for us to do some coding kind of thing, like maybe developing a CLI application or developing a web application. So after having covered 20 sessions, we will do developing the CLI, that we will do it, and then we will do web APIs in beginner level 2. Beginner level 3 will do web applications, and level 4 we will do gRPC, and beginner level 5 will do full stack applications, and intermediate 1 will do full stack apps. Intermediate level 2 we'll do microservices. So there is a lot to be covered. So this was the series introduction. First, I just gave the series introduction. So let me close this, and I'll start with the current series. the current session. So in the current session, if you see that, this is series introduction. Just now I gave the series introduction, and now it is getting started with Go. So, and I created a playlist also. I'll create a playlist if it is, most probably I think I didn't create this playlist, which I do the playlist for this one. Okay, I'll do the playlist for this one, and I'll publish all the playlists. So anyone who missed any of the session, they can come back and watch that. And let's start. I'm using Windows 11 to be precise, and Golang and VS Code. And anyone who has got some programming language will be helpful. Even if you come with fresh mind, I think you should be able to code this along with me. And as I was always a learner, lifelong learner, so apologize if I do any mistake. Please let me know if I do any mistake. And here is the agenda. What are we going to do today? We'll see the big picture and series introduction. What is Go, and we'll go to the Go playground, and we'll see about the installation and VS Code and Golang VS Code extension, and installing or updating the tools, and discussion on a couple of those tools and a couple of Go commands. And let's do our first two programs. At least we'll do two programs to dip our toes into the waters. Okay, the entire source code I have given here. If you click on the source code link, it will directly take you to the location where we have this one. And this organization, and this is the Learn Golang. That's the repo. So everything is here. So we can get going with this. As the big picture, this is the first session. So from next session onwards, you will see the links, how I have given the current session links. Suppose if I'm doing the session 2, I'll give the link of session 1 here. Anyone who's joining the session 2, they can again come back and revisit the session 1 little later. Okay. So again, as we discussed, the series introduction, I have divided into 10 different chapters kind of thing. And each of the session I'm planning somewhere, each chapter I'm planning 5 sessions. So it's 50 sessions. We'll see how it goes, or it could be more. There is no restriction on the number of sessions. But what is very important is, are we learning? That's the learning is the key thing. So we'll focus on the learning. So that's one thing. Now let's discuss what is Go. Okay. So there are official documentation. We'll stick to the official documentation, and we'll go to wiki, and any other documentation which gives us knowledge is good. So we'll stick to those. So let's spend a couple of minutes on this. Today's thing will be most of the thing will be theory or setting the context, but as others who would have already seen my sessions, it will be always 0 slides and full on hands-on. So this one, it will be little heavier on the theoretical side, because this is the first session, and I just want to set the context. So we'll spend some time, a decent time, to go and see what Go is. So build simple, secure, scalable systems with Go. So I've given all the documentation. You can get deep into the weeds of this one. But if you see that what is possible with Go at a high level, if you see that the DevOps and site reliability, there are more use cases, but at least at a high level, if you see that the command line interfaces and cloud and network services, DevOps and site reliability, and web development. So these are the top most things which are leading, and that can be created, and others also. But at least if you see that Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform, all these 3 things has been written in Golang. Okay. So that's one of the powerful tools as of today folks are using. Everyone is using those three tools, I think so. So those has been built using the Golang. If we go deep into this, I'll click on this link, and you can see the use cases. See that Docker and Kubernetes Go tools. This was developed using Golang. That's under cloud and network services. And if you see from the CLI perspective, there are a lot of CLIs we are using. Those has been developed. You can click on those links and learn more. Like web development also, pretty much it is pretty simple and a different way to learn it. So you can see that a lot of things are available to do it. But at least at the top three things, what I can see is the Docker, Kubernetes, and the Terraform, and see that etcd, drone, a lot of these things are being developed, and all are done or developed using the Golang itself. So now that's the motivation. What can we build? So we can build the CLI and web application, cloud and network services like DevOps and site reliability. We have seen quite a few of those. Okay. Now, if you come and see that what is Go, statically typed, compiled, high-level programming language designed at Google. So that was, I mean, if you go into the history, you can see that that appeared first in 2009, and from there it started. I mean, it started its journey a little early, but first public appearance is somewhere around 2009. And top three things is statically and runtime efficient. It's similar to C. Reliability and usability is like Python. And as we have seen that networking, it's the core strength of Golang, and utilizing the multi processors, whatever is available on this latest laptops, using the multi-processor is also one of the strongest strength of that one. And if you see other things are definitely you can go through it, but they've given a lot of these things. But if you see, it is it's almost C kind of thing. So it's such a powerful programming language. We'll see how it is, and also it is very simple and clear. And simple and clear, we will see what is that means, simple and clear, in some time, maybe in next session. And we'll come to the fourth section of today's topics is Go playground. So does that mean that do we need to install Go to work? No, we don't need to install Go at all on your box. So for the timing, you can spend time on this one. You can come to Go and play. So go.dev and play. So that's the playground. And here, if you can see that you have Go version 1.2.1 or 1.2.2, which is the latest. We'll come and we'll see that. You can execute it. You can see that there are some limitations using the Go playground, but you'll be able to get started with Go playground and start learning it. And there are some programs which are already available, like closures and other things. We'll come and we'll learn, like HTTP servers and other things. Some of the things you can look at it, but at least I would stick to the game plan in here with the hello world itself. So that's one thing. And if you see from the formatting perspective, if the formatting is not correct, you can select that and it will automatically do the formatting. So without even installing any of those tools, you can get going with the this one, Go Playground. That's the section 4. I've given the link here. You can click on this link. That will directly take you to the Go Playground. And we saw what is Go, and we got the motivation that some of the top mostly used tools like Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform, and we saw Etcset and others, drone and other tools, and those things which are being used widely are developed in Golang. So we got the motivation. Some of the powerful tools are developed using this one, and we saw we have a playground, so we don't even need to install anything to get going. We can at least start with Go Playground and get ourselves comfortable before we installing the installers on our box. Okay, now let's come to the Go installation part. Now, I've given the link again. If you click on this, here you see it rightly picked up the operating system is Windows, and it is pretty simple. The Windows version, you can click on download. So this is 1.22.1. So that's the latest one. And if you want some other version, you can go and select that other downloads. So where you can go and see that what is our operating system. Based on that, we can go and select this is the latest one, and you can see that 1.2.8 and archived versions are there. These are the top two, and this is the latest version, 1.22.1. And based on our operating system, we can select. And Windows operating system is pretty simple. Just download the executable, double click it, and that's it. It installs all the tools and everything, whatever is required. So assume that we installed everything, and the first we installed everything, and we can check it. But what I was mentioning is it's very easy, and it has got build, test, and everything included, but we'll not discuss about it. We'll come back to it because we want to take baby steps. We will learn the concepts and the coding to the core. Okay, so once the installation is done, so what we can do is we can come Go version. So when you click on the Go version, it shows that 1.22.1. So that is the same which we have seen here is the latest one, 1.22.1. That's the latest executable we have. So right now we are using that one. And that being said, we have validated. Now, how do we retrieve some of the commands? What are the commands which are available? Go has got a very, very extensive documentation, and it is developing pretty fast. That means it is evolving. It is a, I don't want to use the word evolving. It started back in 2007. So it's there in this business for quite a few time, and it will be there for longer time, because you're seeing that Docker itself is more than 12 years, I assume. I started learning Docker back in 2014. So almost 11, 12 years Docker is there. So the Docker itself was built on Go. So that means Go goes back to 2007 and appeared in 2009. So it's going to stay longer for sure. It has got a pretty extensive documentation. So let's go and type just Go and click enter. Now you can see that it is displaying some of the commands and additional help topics it is displaying. So we can report a bug, build, clean, doc, and environment fix, format, generate, install the dependency, get the dependencies and install, then your list and mod, work, run, test, so tool, version. So at least if you see at the first cut, okay, we are able to understand that we'll be able to code, and we'll be able to build, and we'll be able to test, we'll be able to install, we'll be able to execute. So everything, as I was mentioning, like batteries included, everything, all the tool set has been bundled and given to us. So that's one of the strongest thing. So we don't need for test, we don't need to bring other libraries for packaging, we don't need to build other libraries. So it's all, what happens is it's a single binary which I parked it to the session 2, where we'll do a deep dive to understand how the executables are created, where it is created, how it will be removed. All these things we will come back, but we'll learn slowly. It's a long way to go. So that's how we see when you type Go, it will display the list of commands and additional topics. And you want to learn anything, we'll type Go help and the command, a particular command which you want to learn. And also, if you want to learn about this one, about this go help go.mod additional topic. So it says that a module version is defined by a tree of source files with go.mod file in its root. So that's the packaging or bundling, or that's how we share, and it gives more information on go.mod ID and other things. We'll come back to those things a little later, but just wanted to get started. So we installed the Go and we found the Go version, and then we saw just type Go and it gives the list of commands. And we'll see, if I come in here and wanted to get some help on any of those commands, if I type go help mod, so again it is giving that's a module functionality. And you can see that it has got a different commands underneath. So you can see initialize a new module in the current directory, or add missing and remove unused modules. So everything are the commands under go mod. So if you want to see that go help mod init, so now if you want to initialize, so it says that go mod init and module path. And init initializes and writes a new go mod file in the current directory. And we will do it in today's session for sure. So that's how we'll get help. And next thing is the tool which we'll be using is VS Code. So we'll use VS Code, and we can use Golang, Goland from JetBrains. Also, we have the free version of that. If you see Goland, Golang IDE. So that's from the JetBrains. So if you go to the Golang JetBrains, and you will have a free version also. If you go and click on the pricing, you can see the pricing also, but there is a community version also. If you want to download, you can click on this one, and here you can see the download. You will have a community version which is free, but if you want to use full version, you will have 30 days trial period. Okay, so I'm sticking to VS Code, and there is a extension called golang.go. That's VS Code extension. So if you come into the extensions here on the left now and search for golang.go, so that is being that is developed by Go team. And you can see that this extension provides rich language support. Okay, and also you can see that lot of things it is giving us, and you can dig deeper into this. And also you can see the tools. That's the next session. We'll come back to that in a bit. But if you can see that the features, like you said, you got the IntelliSense and the code navigation, code editing, diagnostics, and enhanced testing and debugging. Like we can get deep into the weeds to find out all these things. we'll come back to that. Let's take baby steps instead of rushing. We spoke about the VS Code and Golang extension, and then we'll see that install and update the tools. So that means if you come in here, output. If you come and see that over here, we can get a lot of this install update Go tools. We just installed the Go, and then we are using the VS Code, and we have enabled the VS Code extension. Now we want to try the, we need to install the tools, Go tools. So the VS Code extension will directly speak to these Go tools and other libraries to make it seamless development. Like if you see that gopls, that's called gopls. That's an official official language service. So you can see that that's a language server, and it provides language service to this one. Okay, we don't need to interact with that, but VS Code extension will do. And similarly, you have static check and go play, go test, and IMPL, DLV, and go modify tags. A lot of these things are there. So how do you install? And we know the motivation because the VS Code extension speaks to these tools to help us develop faster. Okay, and also whenever you install a newer version of the Go executable, you need to update the tools also, because the tools might have updated themselves. So how do you go to that command? Okay, command palette, Control Shift B, or you can click on this command palette, and you can see that Go, and there are a lot of Go commands you can see here. Okay, now run Go on playground or install and update tools. Once you select that install and update tools, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tools. So I would suggest that install everything. That's what I am doing. I'll select everything and I'll click on OK. And at the bottom, you can see that installing 7 tools, and go please, go test, and all those things are getting installed. First time when you install or when you're setting up your box, you need to do this. And anytime you update this executable of Go, it is highly recommended that we'll come back and we'll update the tools also. So that will help us make our life easy and make the development faster. Okay. And that being said, as I was mentioning, the gopls, it's called go please. That means you're not asking someone to, hey, go please. You're not asking them to leave, but that's the language server. It's called as go please. That is the backbone kind of thing when we are integrating or working in VS Code. Like if you see the 4 players, VS Code, the VS extension, go please, the language server, it provides us a lot of facilities and makes our life easy in the development. And there's something known as a static check. Now you can see that it is installing the go please, and it succeeded. Like this, it goes and installs rest of the tools also. Let it install. In the meanwhile, let's cover the ground, cover some more ground. So go static, what happens is when why this tool is needed is it's like a static check. Like we use SonarQube or static analysis, like ESLint and linting in Angular or AutoPep in Python. So those kind of things, it does the static check. So that means when you write some code and click on save, the moment and you're here in this window, at the time running the checks, starting linting, and then it goes and verifies that. We will see that in action when we are starting the code. But at least I'm just giving you an int that what is that it does. Similar to like SonarQube or right now in Visual Studio or C# also you do some coding, and the moment you violate some of the rules, it either shows red squigglies or blue squigglies or green squigglies, whatever the color of squigglies which are applicable. It shows that, giving us a bulb symbol saying that naming convention violation or whatever it is applicable. It shows it in almost all programming languages. We will definitely have some kind of linting which will help us, and we have seen that goplay, we can use goplay to test our coding. And mainly we will focus today on go.mod init, go run. So go.mod init, so it initializes the module. So that's how we will bundle and we'll share the modules. We'll share it, but we'll revisit everything, because for today we have set up the context and we will do two small programs. We'll understand that, and again, time and again, we'll revisit go.mod init, and sometime later we'll again come back and we will learn more on go.mod init and other things. But at least for now, understand that go.mod init command initializes a go module in the current directory. Go run is to execute the go file. Okay, now let's start creating our first program. Okay, so first thing what we have to do is we need to click on go.mod init, and go.mod tidy. I'll tell you why it appears and when it appears. I'll show you that. Just at least give me a minute. I'll go to the same folder in the file explorer, and I'll call this folder as ss1. Okay, and let me open the VS Code from here. And if you see, there's nothing in this. Let's open this and go to that output and we'll select go. But as of now, understand that we have an empty folder. So let me come back here, cd ss1. So you see the entire folder itself is empty. Now, what do we do? Now, what we will do is we'll come back here and we'll execute this command, go.mod init. So I'm doing it here. I can do it here itself. Whatever I'm executing there, there's no need to go to external terminal. We can use the internal terminal also. My personal preference is this one. So go.mod init. Next program, I'll do it there. So I will use this hello world go.mod init, and I'll give this. The moment we execute this command, you can come and see that it created a module, the name of the module which we have given, and we might execute this one, and it shows that go.mod 1.22.1, that's the version of the executable on which, the version of Go. This is locking the version here. And the next thing is you can use the go.mod tidy. Suppose you already created the Go programs and then you're adding the go.mod file. It displays it then and there itself. You can see in this image, because I had the Go file already, and then I created a go.mod init. Then it clearly says that creating this, and it says that to add module requirements and sums, execute this command. So the Go itself will help us saying that do we need to execute it or not. So it will definitely help us to do that. So that's about the go.mod tidy. No harm even if you execute it, like go.mod tidy. So all match the package. So no deviations. So that itself is giving a clean sheet on this one. So now let's start, create a main.go file and we'll code it. So we'll do copy this main.go and I'll create a new file and go. Okay, and here we will discuss some of those things, and some fundamentals will do that. So if you see that, you can see that here somewhere in this main. Where is that? I'm not able to find that, no problem. Print ln. Look, if you see that whatever you're seeing at this point of time, these everything are coming from the package. You can see that pkg.go.dev built in. All these things are available built in. I mean, we don't need to import any packages. Everything is made available to us. Okay, so you can see all these things, constants, variables, and whatever you're seeing it on the screen, everything is made available to us. You can see here all these things are available to us, and you can see that some of the types and other things which are there. We'll come back and we'll revisit. As of today, understand that these all the things are coming in out of the box. They are built in. They are coming from the built-in package. And the second thing we need to understand here before we start coding is packages. What is package? Every program is made up of packages in Go. Okay, the program start running in package main. That means any executable, we need to have packages. Packages are main. It's very important. And the second thing is the program start executing the main method, and also it should be inside the main package. Okay, this program uses the package main package, and as you know that anyone working in C#, C, C++, or Java, the main method is very important. So main is the one which it executes. So those are the two things which I've given. Just go through it. I mean, just feel it like built-in packages are something which provides us, even though we don't import anything, everything is available by default. And the second thing is every program should have one main package, and the program execution starts in the main package, and it should have a main method. So if you start coding in, you see this one. That itself is giving, and if I come in and there is no import, so see func main, and I use println. See this, these are coming out of the box. So those are coming out of the box, and done. That's it. We are done with our first program. So if you come and see here at this point of time, go. Let's wait here and see this. I'm saving it. So see that it's running this check. So let me clear this off. And again, I want to show you that I'm adding 2 lines here and 2 lines here, and this I will take it here, and this I will move towards this one. And observe this. The moment I click on Control S, save, it fixes all the formatting, and then it executes. Suppose if I create, I mean, we'll come back to the variables. I just wanted to show you this one. I'm not using lint, so declared and not used. So that's a compile time error. we will not be able to execute this program, but that's a compile time error. We will not derail ourselves. But if you see, anytime we save it, it executes the linting. It executes the linting. That's the static check. This tool, we have seen it. Okay, that's about the program. So we have seen what the packages are. Package is essentially named a collection of Go related file, and each Go file belongs to a package. And main function, we have seen that the main function is mandatory in any executable program, and it serves as a starting point. We know that. And here it takes no arguments and returns nothing. That's one difference. You see that the function, it doesn't accept any parameter and it doesn't return anything. Go automatically calls the main function, so we don't need to do anything. And every executable program must have a main package, a single main package containing the main function. So that's the entry point. So any executable program, you can have any number of Go files, but there should be one Go file which should definitely have a package called main, and it should have a main function. So that's the entry point, and we saw that the Go will invoke this one. So how do you execute this? So there are multiple ways. It's in the bottom, but at least to execute it, we need to come back to this terminal, and you can do go run. You can do this main.go, or the best way is to go run dot. So that itself will take care of going and locating the file. Go run dot. Suppose if the main package is in something else, so the file name is something else. Again, I need to remember that file name. So instead, I can say that go run dot. That is how I always use go run dot. So that goes and execute it. I mean, if I want to execute it in external terminal, go run dot. Okay, that's how we execute it. And again, in the next session, I just wanted to give you a quick look at it in the next session. That is the part 2 of this, where we'll come and we'll see that where the executables or exe is created. Because right now we are not seeing that executable here, but the executable, it is getting created somewhere in the temporary location, and it gets dismantled afterwards. Like you can see that the executable will be created somewhere in the Go build in the temp directory, and it gets deleted also. So we don't even know that it is happening behind the scenes, because nowhere we are seeing that executable here. There are other ways we'll create the executable, but we'll come back to that in the next session. I don't want to derail the today's session, so let's stick to the game plan, and we'll go. And we have seen that first program. Again, we'll do a quick review of what did we do. We just created go.mod init, and we are given the module name, and then we have created a main.go, and we created a single package and main function println, and this we know that it is coming from the built-in package. And every program should have one main package, and main method go calls it, and this main method accepts nothing and returns nothing. So how do you execute? Go run. Okay, that's it. Now what we will do is we'll create another folder. I'll leave this as it is. I'll go back to this one, and I'll create SS2. Oops, sorry. Oops, I should have created this. I'm sorry, it's my mistake. Okay, I can stick here itself. I can do that. SS1. Technically, I should have called hello world, but it's my mistake. Let's do second program also. We'll enhance this one instead of, but the program which I have given, it's everything is here. Okay, everything is here. You have it in the source code. You don't need to worry. But I'm doing a live demonstration. So we'll init this one, and here what is that we want to do is we want to use the one of the package that's called FMT package, and it see that the moment we started using the FMT package, it is showing that import. So you can see that this FMT is a package and this println is a method. And you can, if you want to know more about it, you can click on that and open it. So it take you to the live documentation where it gives you extra information. We'll come and we'll revisit that, but just wanted to give you a quick information on that. And a couple of URLs, noteworthy URLs are here. Like if you see that imports, what is an import is, like you can see that you can write imports. Each of the package you can import in multiple lines, or you can write one import and wrap all the packages inside the parenthesis. So that's called factored import statement. So anything you wrap the packages inside the parenthesis, that's called factored import statement. Okay. And the other thing, if you see that the standard library within which you're seeing the lot of things are there, FMT package is coming from the standard library. And inside the standard library, just now we have seen that there are a lot of things, println and printf and print, a lot of things are there. We'll come and we'll revisit. I've given all the URLs for you to do a deep dive or extra dive on top of this, whatever we're learning here. And another very important point is the exported names. So if you see that the packages like FMT and math, these two are packages. But if you see that the println, all the methods or anything which you are exporting from a package should be in uppercase. The first word should be in uppercase. If you write it in a lowercase, that means that is not going to be exported. Now this gives us an error because math.py, it's not uppercase. See that the math.py is not uppercase. So anything which you're using the imported one, that should be in uppercase. So if I change this p to lowercase p, it will fail, because that's the fundamental rule. In Go, in named export, in name is exported if it begins with capital letter. So it's not that like you do public, those methods are getting exported. So some of the people, they use capital title case kind of thing for methods and exports. And like if you see TypeScript or JavaScript and few other things, they use camel case, and Python uses the snake case. Different things, like say public or having the scope. Here, simple rule: anything you start with a capital letter inside a package, that will be exported. Simple as that. So if you come back to the coding, whatever we are using here, if I use this one, see this print, printf, and println. Everything you see in this is getting, see this error, E is capital, and that means wrap error. That means it's not going to be exported. Now error is exported because it's starting with the capital letter. Unwrap, it is exported. This type, line 67, is not going to export it. So like this, we understand that anything which is a capital letter, that is exported from that package. So given the URLs, just get into that to understand. Now, what we will do is we'll come back here and we have this one. I just want to use a technical word, gophers. It's not a technical word, gophers, Golang. So all the people who are working or programming in Go, technically they use a word called gophers. Okay, so let's also use that gophers. I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling happy to use that. Hello, Gophers World. So people, they say that if you are coding in Go, you are one of the gopher. So I think now we are also gophers. We have this, and we know how to see the static. We need to come to output and select Go, and most of the things it will fix it here while you do the linting. Like if I have another func sum of a plus b, this function is there. See this, if I have it number of lines, and the moment I save it, it automatically does the static check and move this. Again, I'll show you. Even if I put it here, and the moment I save it, it takes care. And another important thing is, if I use the print ln, which is coming in, see this is coming from the built-in package. So the moment I save, see this, it automatically removes the unused import. Everything it does automatically. So a lot of help it is giving us. Now see this, the moment I save it, it imports it. I mean, it's making our life very, very easy. Okay. So that being said, let's come back to the terminal, and I'll do go run dot. It should show this gophers. Now, very important point is how many ways we can execute this program. Okay, so the first way is, we have seen that we can use the external terminal here. And the second way is, we have seen that one also, we can use the internal terminal. We need to come to the terminal and do go run dot. It executes this. Okay, suppose if I move this here, see, you see that there is no space here, there is a space here. So one is through the external terminal, second one is through the internal terminal. And the other way what we can do is, we can come here and click on run and debug, create a launch JSON file. This one, launch package, debug or test the package of open file. Just select that. It will show this, and you can click on this, and you can see, oops, I'm sorry. You can see that it goes, and it will, it's showing this debugger symbol. It displayed because we didn't put this debugger. We'll come back to the debugging session. If you see, it is there in our plan, but we will not discuss about the debugging until the 5th session. So the first session is, we introduce a series, we did a couple of programs. Second, we'll work on values, variables, basic types, constants, then arithmetic operators, comparison and type conversions, few other things, then little bit of conditional and looping, then we'll come and we'll debug. So we'll take slow steps. I'm piling up the topics which I want to place in different sections. Let's take time, let's learn. So we have seen multiple ways to execute. We can use external terminal, we can use the internal terminal, we can use the launch mechanism also, or we can use this one and click on it. It does it, and we'll come back. I don't want to derail today. Let us execute. It shows this, and it executes. And DLV is one of the tool which we have seen in the tooling. So we'll come back in the session 5. As of today, it is session 1. So that's it from my side for today, and hope you guys have learned something new. But this series is going to continue for rest of this year. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Please subscribe to the .NET Learners House meetup, as well as the .NET Learners House YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.